Hello. I actually came back to the park I was at last week because I really liked it. Lifted my mood to be there, and I came here for a walk, but look what's happened to the floor. It's literally turned into an ice rink. Like, there's a pathway there that goes all the way around the park, and the whole thing is fucking ice. And I just saw someone a lot of people walk their dogs here, which is really cute because I don't really get to see dogs a lot, and they can go off leash and stuff. And I just saw someone throwing a frisbee, and the dog literally jumped on here and just skidded across the whole thing. I was horrified. I was like, gonna go save this dog. Oh my god, there's like a natural stream has appeared. Hang on a minute. This is the worst thing I could be doing. I am so clumsy and unsteady, and I am standing on ice. It's not good. Can you see the natural stream? Look. See, that guy's like, where the fuck do I go now? That there, that's not normal. It's like a natural, not disaster, it's something that's happened because it snowed and turned to ice, and now it's melting, and it's created its very own stream. How fucked up is that? I mean, clearly someone, well, not clearly, but I'm assuming someone kind of tried to dig some sort of pathway, but now it's just turned into a stream. This is what I'm standing on. This is not a good idea for Jess. I'm going to try and get myself to safety. Trying to cross the great ice barrier of Trinity Bellwoods Park. I'm not making my point. I had a point. Jesus Christ, it looks like a snowman's been murdered. Look. Oh dear. Oh god, I'm not going to make my point unless I think I might just sit down on a bench. I just saw genuine yellow snow, which shouldn't really shock me considering the dog story I just told you. I found a bench. It's horrible. Let me start again at 3.5 minutes long. Hi. It's Thursday, and I got some bad news this morning. Well, not bad, but disappointing. It's hard for me to remember like what I've said in videos or not. Oh my god, I think this bench might be wet. Like I said, I find it hard to remember what I've posted and what I've said in my previous videos and stuff. But one theory is that I might have symptoms of borderline personality disorder, but that can be kind of like, it's almost undiagnosable. It's kind of like when you have a lot of anxiety symptoms and depression and you suffer with PTSD and stuff. So it's kind of, like I said, it's like one of those ones which is really hard to diagnose. I'm explaining that really badly. I was at the hospital one day and reading some leaflets while I was waiting to be seen, and I read the borderline personality disorder leaflet, and about, I don't know, 80% of it applied to me. And I know that can be like with any disorder, like 80% of it can apply to anybody who's got depression and anxiety, but there were other parts of it which really applied to me, and I'm assuming that's kind of the parts that are more connected to the PTSD stuff. I know I haven't spoken about that in detail, but I guess I'm just not ready to talk about that. I might not ever be ready to talk about that on here. But yeah, so to try and speed my story up, this day when I was at the hospital, I went in to see the doctor, and I showed them the leaflet, and they said to me, that's really weird because I was going to suggest this to you, that you might fit into this category, even though it's a very hard thing to diagnose if you can ever diagnose it. The upshot of all this was the treatment is DBT, which is, I'm going to say it wrong, something like dialectal behaviour therapy. So it's not CBT, but it's DBT, and there is differences, quite big differences. I can't explain what they are. I did get a book, like a workbook to do with DBT, because it was actually, like, DBT was actually invented for people with borderline personality disorder, which is BPD. So you do DBT for BPD, and it sends my OCD skyrocketing when I have to say so many letters. Oh, I'm gonna take a breath. If I had just noticed that I hadn't recorded that entire speech, I would be furious right now. Oh, it's more doggies. And with dogs come people. Okay, I'm going to totally cut off what I was saying and get back to the original point, which was when I was at the hospital seeing this person, they said, yes, I think I agree with you. If you associate with a lot of this sheet, you know, blah, 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 you should apply to go to one of our courses. And when I say course, I mean it's like a group therapy course, which, yes, makes me wince with horror because I have never been to any form of group therapy in my life. It scares the crap out of me. Sorry, I'm sighing because someone was right beside me when I said that. I shouldn't give a shit. I'm never going to see them again. But I do because embarrassing. Dying slightly. I'm going to have to do this walking because that's really pretty, says the magpie. Because if I sit still, more people seem to walk past me and I get really embarrassed, even though I was working on that today. I'm just going to walk and talk, so sorry about the wobbliness, and fuck off YouTube. It keeps telling me, it keeps asking me if I want to stabilise my videos, and I'm like, no, I'm quite fine actually, thanks. As if I don't know that I'm walking and it's wobbling. Oh, doggy ball, oh my god. I'm not scared of dogs. I'm a little bit scared of dogs. I'm not scared of them if I know them. And generally, if they're off leash in a park, I think that the person thinks that they're a trusted dog and they're not going to come and attack me or anything. But I was bitten by a dog once. Oh God. Okay, I was talking about the course, wasn't I? Oh. Right. So there's this group therapy course. Yeah, I literally like have a tick where I wince every time I say group therapy. But I've kind of become more comfortable with the idea. This course would be for a year. I'm assuming it's like, I shouldn't assume anything because I don't know anything about it, but I assume it would be like 1 day a week maybe, like for a couple of hours. I fucking hope. I mean, ugh. Anyway, you had to wait for a waiting list thing. It's super over stretched. Like, everyone wants to do this course. So I finally got on the waiting list in December, and it's now almost February. And I hadn't heard anything. Like, I rang up in December and finally got to leave my name basically on the answer phone. I hadn't heard anything at all. I'm really sorry about my hair. So I kept ringing them because my doctor kept saying, you've got to ring them, you've got to chase them. And I was like, I hate doing that. So anyway, I rang them like 3 times and left messages because there's never anyone there. It's always an answer phone. Probably because people like me want to talk to them constantly. And they can't handle the demand. So I finally got a phone call yesterday. Didn't get it, as in it went straight to answer phone because my phone's being a complete dick. And I got a message from someone saying, yes, we got your message, yes, you're on the waiting list, and we will contact you in a month to see if you are a suitable candidate. And I was like, oh my god, like I've got to go through some sort of screening process to get on this fucking thing? Oh my god. Then I got a phone call today, which the phone did actually ring for a change, and I answered it, and it was someone else from the same place saying there'd been a mistake with the message that had been left. And I would not be called in a month, I would be called within the next 6 months for a phone interview. Then you get a screening in person, like an interview in person, then they decide if you go. So essentially, this is like a year or something you could be waiting just to see if you're going to get on it. I can't wait a year. I might not even be living here in a year. So I've had a massive cry about that today because obviously I've been kind of banking on that as my next step in my strategy of treatment. I'm seeing my doctor again on Monday, so I'll tell her what they said, but she's not going to be able to do anything about it. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. And yeah, it just really fucking sucks that the mental health services are so stretched here, and that so many people need the help. That's what's so upsetting to me, is that it means that there's so many people needing help and help isn't there. Just numbers. Too many people needing it, not enough people able to give it, and probably not enough money to even run the courses. So I'm really upset, basically. And she was all kind of like, so if you haven't heard anything from us in 6 months, you can call back then. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm going to remember to phone you in July. Anyway, I want to finish this up now because I'm getting really cold, even though when I started talking it felt quite balmy because it's only -5 Celsius today, which is so much warmer than it has been for weeks, well, for months. The end of my story is I got a phone call. It upset me a lot because it took away some hope that I kind of had for, oh my god, that dog. I have wanted a Dachshund for as long as I can remember. That looks like a Dachshund crossed with something. Oh my god, it's bouncing. Oh, I shouldn't film myself doing this. Okay, you know how broody girls and women get about babies when they see a baby? That's how I get about puppies and kittens. But because I have a cat, that's kind of satisfied the urge to have a cat. And now every time I see a little dog, I want to cry because I want a little dog. Oh my god. That's why I stopped filming, because I was literally turning into Broodfest Central. No one really wants to see that. So I'm going to shut up now. I hope I finished what I was saying. I doubt I did. Yeah, pissed the fuck off. Because I have no idea what to do now. I have literally no idea what to do with my treatment. Because I feel like the private therapy I'm doing, firstly, I can't afford to do it. Like, I really can't afford to do it for much longer. And I don't feel like it's really getting me anywhere. It's just like talk therapy, which is great for some people, but for me, I really wanted to try this DBT thing. I can't afford to pay for that privately because it's really expensive. And yeah, so I feel a bit screwed at the moment, and I'll have to go back to the doctor on Monday, talk to her about it. She doesn't want us to do anything, but I'm sure that I'm going to try and say to myself, well, she might have ideas about something else perhaps. I don't fucking know. I'm just really pissed off because I was kind of gearing up for this course. I mean, can you imagine, like, dedicating yourself to go somewhere for a whole friggin' year in the state that we are in with our anxiety and our depression? Making a commitment like that is huge. So I guess that's part of the screening process, is to see if you're likely to turn up. Anyway, I am going to go because I've gone on for way too long and it was just supposed to be a little blah blah blah, but I can't do those, can I? No, I'm going to try and do a video kind of explaining more about my actual symptoms and my, like, I don't know what to call them, illnesses, I don't know, because I never really made a video kind of describing what I have and stuff. I just did an introduction video and then went straight into exposure videos, and I never really did one on explaining what's up with me and, you know, like what I have and stuff. So hopefully I'll do that quite soon because I feel like it's quite an important video to make. So anyway, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again hopefully. Bye.